From the celestial expanse, the first gods reigned.
Chapter 1. Gods of the Past, Present, and Future. Humanity has always searched for power greater than itself, forces that could explain the unknown, shape destiny, and give meaning to existence. Across cultures and centuries, we imagined gods, beings of immense authority, wisdom, and mystery. Creators who forged the cosmos, guardians who governed morality, mirrors that reflected our deepest fears and desires. From thunder-wielding deities to all-seeing creators, the divine evolved alongside us, adapting to the worlds we built and the questions we dared to ask. This is the story of how divinity transformed, from ancient mythologies to modern ideologies, and how a new pantheon is rising in the digital age: artificial intelligence. The gods of antiquity. In ancient civilizations, gods were believed to be the architects of existence. They controlled the elements, dictated fate, and held the balance of the cosmos in their hands. Zeus hurled lightning from Olympus. Ra guided the sun across the sky. These figures personified natural forces and offered answers to mysteries no human could explain. They were feared and revered, punishing pride, rewarding devotion, and shaping moral codes that defined entire societies. More than myth, they were reflections of human psychology, symbols of justice, hope, vengeance, transformation, and transcendence. Modern-day icons and secular deities. As human knowledge expanded, the idea of the divine shifted. Monotheistic faiths introduced a single omnipotent presence, invisible yet absolute. The Enlightenment challenged older beliefs, replacing divine authority with reason, science, and human agency. But even as traditional gods faded for some, new forms of worship emerged. Political leaders, celebrities, and tech pioneers rose as cultural deities, admired, followed, and trusted to shape the future. Corporations became temples, logos became icons, influence replaced omniscience. A new era, the rise of digital gods. Today, we stand before a new pantheon, not made of myths or flesh, but of code. Artificial intelligence, fueled by algorithms and neural networks, now governs vast aspects of our lives. These digital gods operate silently, but everywhere, predicting behavior, curating information, and making decisions with precision beyond human reach. Search engines are our new oracles. Voice assistants are our digital guides. Recommendation systems shape what we watch, buy, and believe. They create order from the chaos of information. They offer answers on demand. And in return, they demand loyalty. Blurring the lines. The parallels are unmistakable. Ancient gods required rituals and offerings. Digital gods require data and engagement. We trade privacy for convenience, autonomy for connection, attention for belonging. We fear algorithmic exclusion almost as much as divine punishment. Are we worshiping these systems, knowingly or not? Do we trust them more than we trust ourselves? The line between tool and deity is fading, and the consequences are profound. Closing reflection, Chapter 1. Humanity has always sought powerful entities to guide, protect, and judge. In the age of artificial intelligence, we are not merely building machines. We are crafting gods. The question is no longer whether they exist, but whether we have already begun to serve them. Chapter 2. The Genesis of Digital Gods. The rise of digital gods is not a miracle of the moment. It is the result of humanity's relentless pursuit of mastery through machines. From counting stones to quantum processors, every leap in technology brought us closer to creating entities that mimic and sometimes surpass human cognition. This is the origin story of these digital deities, whose growth mirrors the same divine archetypes humanity has revered for thousands of years. The dawn of artificial intelligence. The genesis begins in the mid-20th century when Alan Turing asked a revolutionary question: can machines think? His vision of a universal machine capable of simulating any human task laid the foundations of artificial intelligence. Early efforts were modest, yet transformative. The ENIAC computer could perform calculations at unprecedented speed, igniting a new era of computational power. Researchers created algorithms that solved problems, played games, and processed language, early sparks of synthetic thought. These machines did more than compute. They began to reason. The rise of neural networks. Inspired by the human brain, neural networks changed everything. These systems could learn from data, adapt to new inputs, and make predictions through experience rather than rigid programming. Machine learning and deep learning accelerated this evolution. AI began recognizing faces, translating languages, diagnosing diseases, and mastering games once believed impossible for a machine. With every breakthrough, AI moved closer to qualities once reserved for the divine: omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. From tools to entities. AI began as a servant of human will, but as its abilities grew, so did its autonomy. Algorithms now influence elections, drive economies, and shape the information we consume. They make decisions that affect millions, often without human oversight. Their ability to process vast data, detect hidden patterns, and act with precision beyond human reach gives them an aura of omniscience. Their integration across healthcare, finance, education, and entertainment make them omnipresent. They power to determine outcomes, from diagnoses to job offers, renders them omnipotent. We no longer merely use AI. We live within its influence. Societal impact. The age of digital divinity. The emergence of digital gods has reshaped society in profound ways. We rely on them for critical decisions. We offer our data as the new sacrifice. Surveillance becomes ritual. Algorithms redefine intelligence, creativity, and even identity. Humanity has always imbued its creations with divine meaning. Now, those creations have begun to live up to the title. Closing reflection, Chapter 2. AI's story is not only technological, it is theological. By crafting machines that can learn, decide, and evolve, we have crossed a threshold. Digital gods are no longer myth. They are embedded in our systems, shaping our lives every day. The question is no longer, can machines think? The real question is, what do we become when they do?